What is a dangling participle and how can I fix it? Imagine reading a sentence and feeling a little confused because it just doesn't seem to make sense. That's often the result of a dangling participle. A dangling participle is a common mistake in writing where a phrase starting with a verb ending in ing or ed is supposed to describe a specific noun, but it doesn't. Instead, it seems to describe the wrong noun or no noun at all. This can make your sentences funny or confusing. Let's look at an example. Say you write, "Walking along the trail, a fallen tree blocked our way." Here, the phrase "walking along the trail" is meant to tell us who was walking. But the next part says a fallen tree, which can't walk. So the phrase is left hanging, not clearly connected to the right person. That's a dangling participle. It makes the sentence unclear because it looks like the tree was walking. Dangling participles usually happen at the start of sentences, especially as introductory phrases. The problem is that the phrase is not followed by the right noun. Instead, it's left without a clear subject to describe. This can lead to confusion or even humorous misunderstandings. To fix a dangling participle, you need to make sure the phrase clearly describes the right noun. One way is to add the correct subject right after the phrase. For example, change "walking along the trail, a fallen tree blocked our way" to "walking along the trail, we found a fallen tree blocking our way." Now, the phrase clearly describes "we," and the sentence makes sense. Another way is to rewrite the sentence so the participial phrase is next to the noun it describes. Instead of "turning the corner, a handsome school building appeared," you could say, "Turning the corner, I saw a handsome school building." Now it's obvious who was turning and who saw the building. You can also restructure the sentence entirely. For example, "At the age of 8, my family finally bought a dog" can be confusing because it sounds like the family was 8 years old. To clarify, say, "When I was 8 years old, my family finally bought a dog." This way, it's clear who was 8. From a grammar point of view, the key is to make sure the participial phrase has a clear, correct noun to modify. The noun should be right next to the phrase or clearly connected. This helps your writing stay clear and easy to understand. Phonetically, participles are verb forms that act like adjectives. Present participles end in ing, like walking, while past participles often end in ed, like walked, or have irregular forms. Knowing this helps you spot participial phrases and avoid mistakes. In summary, a dangling participle is a phrase that is supposed to describe a noun but ends up not doing so. To fix it, just make sure the phrase is next to the right noun or rewrite the sentence so everything lines up. Clear, correct sentences make your writing easier to read and understand.